Yes, March 8th in Ames, Iowa. That basically means I'll probably be going there on the 5th and coming back the very next day. Because it's only a one-night thing.
Is that better?
Yes.
All right, well, I'll just hold it. I'm Jim Abbott. I'm the athletic director at OCU. I think every one of you know me, but just in case none of you do. We're glad you're here for our luncheon on what has to be the most beautiful day in Oklahoma's history. So I appreciate the fact that you took an hour to be here with us today. We always start our luncheons by introducing our student athletes that we have in attendance. I know we have 5 or 6. So if you're an OCU student athlete, would you please stand at this time? So I always see some worried looks during this period of, hey, we fed you, you're going to work just a little bit. So, Sam, why don't you lead us off? Give us your name, your sport, your major, and your year in school, please.
My name is Sam Russell. I am a senior from Eastbourne, England, and I am a business, finance, and management major. Oh, I meant to go up there. Sorry.
I'm Anna Vindish. I'm also on the golf team. I'm a sophomore and hockey major from Choctaw.
I'm Dustin Pierce. I'm a junior. I'm a wrestler. I'm a secondary history education major, and I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana.
I'm Kayla Aggio. I'm from Rona Park, California. I'm a sophomore exercise science major. Oh, I'm a junior, actually. I'm a junior. I knew the thing that said I had it though.
What's in a year?
Oh, I'm a wrestler. And sophomore.
Okay, I'm Sarah. I'm a sophomore. I'm an education major. I'm from Ireland, and I'm on the track team.
I am Naomi Borquay. I am a law student here at OCU. I'm in my first year. I'm from Midwest City, Oklahoma, and I'm a cheerleader.
I'm Ben. I'm a cheerleader as well. I'm a sophomore in Edmond, Oklahoma. My major is business administration and marketing.
All right, let's give them all a round of applause. Okay, just a few updates. Every time I get up here, I tell you that we're right in the middle of things, and we are. We're right in the middle of things. We're going to get updates today from cross country and track, volleyball and soccer. We've just hosted our OCU Head of the Oklahoma Regatta, which seemed a lot longer than just a week ago, but that was a terrific success for us. One of the things we also do every year in the fall is we have a canned food drive in the athletic department. Started kind of innocently, maybe 8 years ago. That first year I was scared to death we wouldn't end up with any food. I will admit that the softball team saved my life and my spirit of Christmas because they came walking in with, we have a massive rolling, might be a garbage can, but I'm not sure what it was. But they came rolling in with 800 cans of food, and it just made my day, made my year when they did it. So it's grown every year, and we set a new record just about every year. Last year we collected about 11,000 pounds of food. Anyway, you're going to hear me talking more about it. You're going to see more about it because we've just decided we do our best when we compete. We do our best academically, and we're going to do our best when we serve the community. And this is the one project every year that we require every team to participate in. It is a competition for us, and you do not want to finish last in that competition. So we encourage you to be involved. If you work someplace that might be willing to put a box in the lobby, say the Office of Academic Affairs, Ken Buchanan, or the Office of Admissions, Kevin, or the Alumni Office, or any other office, then let us know and we'd happily bring you a box and agree to pick those items up for you. We work with Skyline Urban Ministry. They're a Methodist-based group. They're right around the corner from us, and they feed people who live right where we do. They're hungry. So we appreciate your involvement in that. We also brought calendars today. We didn't have them at our first luncheon, so if you haven't already pick one up as you leave. They're just outside. They'll give you the date of just about every athletic event that we have, including the luncheons throughout the year. That is everything I have for introductory comments. So we're the defending national champions in men's cross country, and we made our first ever trip to the national tournament last year in women's cross country. In fact, I remember Coach Holt standing here at lunch and talking very enthusiastically about his chances, and I thought, gosh, that seems kind of arrogant to bring up in advance. And then a few weeks later, it didn't seem arrogant because we went and did what we like to do best, which is win. So, to give us an update on where we are with cross country, welcome our head coach, Conor Holt.
Yeah, Jim was right. Last time I was here talking about winning championships and talked about Vaseline, so I thought I'd bring Vaseline along with you today. It's the single most important thing for a distance runner right here. When it's cold, when it's warm, you can use Vaseline all the time. So yeah. So anybody ever wants to take up running, come see me and I'll give you some good advice about Vaseline. So we'll be using this again come November because it'll get nice and cold there in Rimrock Farm and go back to the national championships. But girls and the boys are off to a good start. Boys are ranked #1, the girls are ranked 16th right now, I believe. But I think the girls might move up, to be honest, they're doing well. And both groups are doing well, they're training away and 6:15 every morning, plugging away in all the local parks in the city. And they're a good group, good hard working group. They're very committed to getting something special here and keep it going in the right direction. And, I'd like to introduce my assistant coach back there in the back table there, Manny Guerra. He's come on board this year, and he's a great addition, great recruiter. We've already had like 10 recruiting visits already, so we're hoping to expand the program and kind of see how things go here, So, but we've had 3 or 4 races so far, and we've won or got second in all the races, and then we're in the home straight now. We've got one more big race coming up here in a week and a half. And then we go to our conference meet on November 8th. And then the national championships on November 22nd. So, and then we get ready for track then. Just like last year, we finished off with 22 All-Americans between cross-country, indoor and outdoor track. And on the men's side, obviously, we got 7 indoors and we got 4 outdoors. So that was pretty impressive. 8 distance runners going to an outdoor championships where there's 21 events in track and field, and they came away finishing 4th. So we got one of those little trophies that they give for the top 4. So yeah, so things are good. Just plugging away and getting better and better and working away. So anybody have any questions for me at all, or anybody have any questions about Vaseline?
What do you? Is that just a coat?
Oh yeah, you just lather it on anywhere you want to put it. So I'll come into that one, didn't you? So.
That'd be better than that.
Yeah. So.
You want to explain the meets that you go to, just like lots of our teams are in Division I meets often, and they have different divisions. The men have often run in the university division. You want to explain how that works?
Yeah, the first few years here, I wanted to go to meets where I thought they'd be successful, and so we're at the point now where, since doing really well this past year, we're getting invited to the big meets in the country. So we've gone to meets where there's like 20 Division I teams, and the number of teams that are ranked in the top 30 nationally in Division I. You're talking about the cream of the cream. So this last meet we went to was in Chile Pepper. There was 469 runners in the men's race, and I want to say about 440 runners in the women's race. So huge races, and a lot of runners, 40 teams on both sides. And when you look across the line there, you have about it's probably about 500 meters starting with. Each team gets a box about this size. So everyone's crammed in together, and then you have about a half mile before it narrows. So the key is to get out and run well. But yeah, the kids, the boys, they've won the college division races, and they've run pretty well against university races where they separate them. And because being an NAIA school, we don't count on Division I. But when you compare the results and the times, I kind of look at it and say, hey, we're finishing in the top 2 or 3 in this whole race, so that's pretty good. And then the women, obviously, then they're running against competitive teams too, and they're really competing against top Division I teams. So that's really good for us, because then we're able to go and tell recruits about this, and quality of recruits that we're really starting to attract to the program here, it's just getting better and better, and that's important to once you have something and you build a program that's as established and as successful as we are, we want to keep it going and just keep repeating and doing well. So I think the key is to give those kind of kids opportunities where they can go, and some of these kids that I have on the team now that were sophomores and juniors, they were kind of overlooked by Division I teams. So they kind of, I was able to recruit them and they bought into all the training philosophy and the principles that we talk about every day. And they're now going and beating the #1 and #2 runners from these Division I teams that some of these schools overlooked. So that's the cool thing about it, is that it's not that they have a chip on their shoulder, but they feel like they really belong. So that's the exciting thing, is that you kind of have a bunch of kids that really buy into what we're talking about on a daily basis. But yeah, if you looked across the board on the men's side, we'd be, no doubt in my mind, we'd be a top 20 team in Division I, top 5, top 16 in Division II. So we're solid, yeah. And then the girls' side, they're a very positive group. I really like when we practice and enjoy my time, coaching the ladies, because they've really bought now into what we think, and our goals are very defined now on what we want to do over the last 3 meets. And I think it'd be interesting to see how it all fares out. I have about 12 workouts in a season that are benchmark workouts, and I compare everything to other teams that coach at other universities. And the ladies team had a very good workout yesterday. Their average was 15 seconds faster than the exact same workout they did last year. So when you look at stuff like that, it kind of gets you motivated, it gets you focused, and then you just get on the phone and you talk to kids about it in high school. I was out at the high school meet yesterday, and I have a dog now, and it's a German Shepherd. And the one thing I found about having a German Shepherd dog is that it's a recruiting tool big time, because all these kids come up to you now and they want to pet the dog, and when they pet the dog, then you throw them, hey, so you want to, here's my business card, give me a call. So it works well, so that's a good thing about having a German Shepherd dog. And the kids on the team like them too. I bring them to practice sometimes when they do the recovery days, and they like to hang around them. And it's good for him too, because he's around human beings, and that way he's not lunging at people and attacking people. That's good. Anyone else have any questions? Yeah?
Well, you got the pass league today. Can't you get an endorsement?
I
endorsement to prove it.
I'm always looking for endorsements. It's funny you say that. Elliptigo, they're this funny looking bicycles. They're like a bicycle. It's like an Elliptigo in a gym, but you can actually ride it around. And I actually wrote to them, and it came down. We nearly won an Elliptigo. They wanted to sponsor a team, and we nearly won it. And that would have been great. I would have been on the Elliptigo chasing the kids. But I'm always looking for good endorsements. We have a good thing with our local running store in Oklahoma City, the OK Runner. They really give us a great discount through ASICS. Like I get a really good discount on things, and I'm always looking for endorsements. So if anyone, I'm going out I know this thing will go out on the web here pretty soon. And if anyone here wants to endorse a good team like ourselves, to get on board, because the train's leaving the station. So. All right, thanks,
Later this fall, we will, I'm not sure I mentioned it, we'll be selling German Shepherds. If you're not sure about the benefits of owning a German Shepherd, talk to the National Coach of the Year, Conor Holt. I hadn't heard that before. I see Conor on this elliptical bicycle with the dog running along the side. We just do whatever we have to do to be successful. So really proud of what you've done with that program. All right, the unlucky person to follow Conor Holt's presentation is right in the middle of his season, our volleyball coach, Kyle Steele. Let's give him a round.
Yeah, I totally forgot what I was going to say now. So, no, we're right in the middle of things right now. We're on the back half of our second round of playing everybody in conference. Sitting at 14-9 overall, but sitting at 6-3 in the conference. And the conference has been a little different look this year. Nobody is unbeaten at this point, and there's a chance that we could finish first, and there's a chance that we could finish sixth. So it's kind of wide open at this point. And, we really control our own destiny. Had some good wins and some tough ones that we gave ourselves a chance and just couldn't make enough plays in the end. But I've really been encouraged by our offense lately. I felt like even against the top 15, top 25 schools we played well enough offensively to win. So that's encouraging. When we just got to get the defense on board, get some stops when we get to 20 all, and late sets, and figure out how to become winners. Got some good news yesterday. We got our starting setter back yesterday, being back. She's been out the last 10 matches or so with a couple of broken bones in her finger and hand. So we've had to fight through some adversity. It's kind of like playing with your backup quarterback when you don't have your starting setter. So we look to get some positive results from having her back on the floor, and just leadership and some of those things to go our way. And hopefully we can get as healthy as we can be for this conference tournament. Give ourselves a chance to set out what we decided we wanted to do at the beginning of the year, and let's make noise in the conference tournament and hopefully go win the thing if we can. Well, we got Dig Pink coming up on October 30th. That was another one of my points that I want to make sure that everybody's aware of that. It's our breast cancer awareness night. We're combining with the 5Gs on campus that are helping us out tremendously. They're going to sell t-shirts, and they've been advertising and helped us kind of set up this event. So it should be a big event. We play Southwestern Christian that night. So you'll see a lot of pink in the stands, and hopefully we can raise some money for the breast cancer research. That's kind of a big deal we do every year, or at least a lot of schools do every year. And I'm glad that they actually, the 5Gs actually approached me about it, which was awesome to see, kind of other areas on campus reaching out to our program and combining to do things that benefit other people. So we are headed to Siloam Springs here in about an hour to go take on John Brown for the second time. We beat them at home 3-1, so hopefully we can get them on the road too. It's a different place to play sometimes. Sometimes they have some really obnoxious fans, which makes it fun for as a player, but you kind of wonder about the mental psyche sometimes, how that affects players. But I think we're mentally tougher than we were 2 months ago, and I think that's going to go well for us, and hopefully we'll use that as motivation. Go ahead and finish the 2-0 sweep on John Brown as we did on Saturday on Monday. So, any questions for me?
Just remind them about next Thursday.
Yeah, next Thursday is the big one. We actually play tonight, and we have 7 days off before. We got OVU at home, and that's the big one. Last time we played them, we gave them their 50th straight conference win in a row, and that did not make me happy. But again, it was we had some adversity we had to fight through. We actually, I think, in the third set beat them 25-16. So there was some positive to take from that match. I think that we will give ourselves a chance to go ahead and give them another L this year.
Student government will have a big cookout before that match.
Yeah, big tailgate before that one as well. So we'll be doing. I know that we're looking at a couple of promotions, a 10-minute break there in between sets 2 and 3. So hopefully a chance to win some stuff too. So hopefully we'll have a big crowd, and hopefully we can produce in front of that big crowd. That would be nice. Anything else? All right. Thanks, Kyle.
All right, we'll save the best for last. Normally, I'm a lot ruder than that. So that's a step in the right direction. Here to give us an update after, just hours ago, we won 2 great soccer matches. So here to give us an update, our head coach, Brian Harvey.
Thank you. I'll start with the ladies. The ladies started the season very well in non-conference. Actually, we were undefeated going into conference play. We played Wayland Baptist, a team that we've never lost to, and we were a goal down after 38 seconds. In fact, if you watch Fox TV tonight, you'll see the young lady who scored the goal. She'll be playing against the United States national team in a World Cup qualifying game. She plays for Trinidad and Tobago. She was a transfer from a junior college out of California. She's one of the better players in the SAC conference at the moment. So it was a little bit of a surprise to us. We ended up losing 1-0, and then we lost our second game to John Brown in double overtime with 90 seconds left on the clock, which is really very difficult for me, being the men's soccer coach as well, to lose a game with 90 seconds in double overtime, and then you have to get yourself up again for the boys' game. So it was quite a difficult weekend. We rolled in, the boys went into double overtime as well, so we rolled in around about 3 o'clock in the morning. So I appreciate your trip to Silent Springs, Kyle. So anyway, but last night the boys are undefeated. The boys have done tremendously well, and they've surprised both Nate and I a little bit. We started poorly, couldn't score goals, but now since we've been in conference play, we're finding the back of the net. In fact, we won 3-2 again last night. We were 1-0 up and then 2-1 down, and then we found a way to win, whereas last year we would have found a way to lose that game, but this year we're finding ways to win it, and we're a little bit senior laden, and we're a little bit more resilient in terms of finding ways to win. So the ladies, I think will definitely qualify. I think the boys have a wonderful chance to see it out and win it. We have 4 games remaining, 2 at home and 2 on the road. So again, they're in control of their own destiny, and it's one of those things where if we can just keep it rolling and they believe in themselves, I feel that we can win it. So it's 4 or 5 years since we won this out conference, and I feel with this group, with the belief that they have on the men's side, I feel that they can do it. So please come out and support these young men and women. We are playing next Tuesday against Oklahoma Baptist, 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock kickoff. So please come out and support them. Any questions, please? Wow, that was easy. Thank you.
Stacey, come on up. Just a couple other announcements, and there may be some other announcements from the crowd. I failed to introduce Anthony Reish to the group. Anthony is right here in the front. He's our new assistant spirit coordinator. He'll be working with our cheer teams. Been on campus just for a few days, so take a chance to meet Anthony and welcome him. And then you may or may not know that yesterday Kelly Perry, our assistant athletic director for compliance, she received her award at NACWA, which is the National Association of Collegiate Women Athletic Administrators, NACWA. Kelly was honored as the NAI Female Administrator of the Year, so we need to recognize her. She had to stand on stage in front of 800 women, if you can imagine that, and answer questions and represent us, and she does a great job, so we're really proud of her. Does everybody have tickets for door prizes? Were there any other items anybody else wanted to mention? We mentioned this last time. We have the Champions Cup, which is a golf tournament that specifically benefits our men's golf team. That's coming up November 3rd. Very soon, in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll be starting basketball. We're in the midst of wrestling. Yes,
wrestle tomorrow night.
We wrestle tomorrow night at what time?
The women do it probably about 6:50.
Okay. And who are we wrestling?
Wayland.
Okay. You hear a lot about Wayland Baptist. Seems like everybody else lost a tough one to them. Maybe we ought to take care of them tomorrow. Is that something to do? You good with that, kid? Okay. All right. Were there any other announcements?
Women's basketball has a scrimmage on October 29th at 5:30 p.m. at the University of Central Oklahoma. If anyone wants a sneak peek, we would love to have you.
Kayla.